This is
Hi. Hey everybody, this is Jennifer and
Matthew.
And today we are actually doing Saturday morning crafts at night because we're really busy this morning. So we want to share with you this really cool product from Coats & Clark called Phoomph. It's for fabric. It comes in a stiff version and a soft version. And you don't have to iron it, you don't have to sew it. And what are we going to make with this today, Matthew?
Tic Tac Toe.
Come over here. We'll show them it over there. But come over here. So we're going to show you guys how to make a fabric tic-tac-toe game with your die cut machine. You don't have to do any sewing at all. We're going to do I did a little bit of sewing on mine, but you don't have to sew at all. So let's switch over to our other camera so that you can see how to make fabric tic-tac-toe. Alright, so now we're over here, and we already made this one tic-tac-toe game for my niece, and we die cut the little shapes out of Phoomph, and so I just made little double-sided shapes. And what's nice is, I don't know if you guys can kind of see this, but the Phoomph has color, so this is pink on the little sides here, so it's like I use this stiff one so that it's easy to play with the little tic-tac-toe game. And this is great for like the car, you could put it on your coffee table, any of the kids can use it. And what I really like is that if you tried to die cut this kind of fabric, this is, you know, the really cute quilting fabric, it would fray and it wouldn't be good for handling, but the Phoomph makes it so that the kids can handle it and you can take advantage of those really cute prints at the craft store. So let's move this out of the way. And we'll just put that as our little sample over here so you guys can kind of see how that works. And the first thing we need to do is cut our fabric. Hold on, Matthew, you're skipping ahead. So what I did is I used my rotary cutter and a little grid doohickey, and I cut my squares, not with this one, Matthew, it's really sharp. I cut my squares to 3.5 inches, and that's because my die that we're going to use is about 3 inches. So I just cut my squares like that. Go ahead and cut this last one. And I just did it to 3.5. Now that my squares are all cut, watch out, Matthew. What we want to do is apply them to the Phoomph. So this one, you can see the color, it's black on the inside. So it's going to go ahead and open it up. Again, this is from Coats & Clark. No ironing, no sewing, or anything like that. No. Now you can't wash it, but you're not going to need to wash this kind of project. So what you'll do is peel off the backing. You're not going to peel this one yet. We'll peel off the backing to reveal the inside. So I've already kind of started on a little strip here. I'm going to peel the rest of this backing. Now you're going to take one of these blue squares and stick it onto that sticky part right there. No, that's not the whole thing. Just a blue one. It doesn't need to be perfect, Matthew. Smooth it out on there. So if there's a wrinkle, you can just peel it up on one side and then smooth it back down. Here, now smooth it.
Not a wrinkle.
Yeah, there. This fabric's a little bit stretchy. We're using fleece, or not fleece, flannel, because I like the way that it feels. So now what we'll do is just turn this over, and we're going to peel the back off and put fabric squares on the back. So start here from the bottom, and you're going to do these other kind of fabric squares.
And these are Star Wars kinds.
Mm-hmm. So we use the Star Wars ones because at Joann's they had them on sale this week, the character prints. And you can get Phoomph at Joann's too. You can get it at all your regular fabric in craft stores. All right, line them up. And one more of the Star Wars kind. All right, now I'm going to use some non-stick scissors to cut this all apart so it can go in the die cut machine. Now these are titanium non-stick scissors from Westcott. You want to cut right there along the line, Matthew. Here, lean your head back because your head's in the way of the camera. All right. What's nice about these is it'll cut right through the adhesive, no problem. All right, cut the rest of them out. Careful of your fingers, those scissors are super sharp. All right, and then cut that sticky side off of this. Careful of your fingers. Why don't you hold it out here? Yeah. All right, and then throw that in the trash. No, you don't need to cut that part. You don't need to cut that part. I just don't want you to cut yourself with those scissors because they're super sharp. You want me to cut that part? Alright, so put your waste in the trash. Now I have my Sizzix Big Shot machine here. This is like the old school Big Shot, really old. And I have a circle die. I don't know if you guys can kind of see the little circle shape. But basically Matthew knows how to work this. You build a sandwich, you put your plate down, you put your die, you put your fabric on top of the die. And to kind of make it cut a little bit better, I found that if I put a little piece of typing paper in there or printer paper, it seems to help with the fabric because it's so thick. All right, crank it through, Matthew. Crank it, crank it, crank it. All right. Now you can pull it out.
And then you have one of these.
So go ahead and do that for the next 2 more sheets. Can you do it all by yourself?
Yeah.
All right, let me see. Put your paper. This is trash. That's trash. Paper. Get your paper. Alright, so now all of our circles are done that we're going to use for our tic-tac-toe game. Put your trash down here in the trash can. And we can move this to the side. And the last thing that we have left to do is to finish building our tic-tac-toe base. So what I did is I took some of this really cool felt from Kunin Group. It's like a, I don't know, what is it, reptile skin felt, which I thought would be kind of cool for Star Wars. So I just sewed a little grid on here to use for the tic-tac-toe. You could do like a paint marker or something like that, or Matthew, your head's in the way. A paint marker, or you could do like, why can't I think right now? A pen or something like that if you wanted to draw your lines on instead of sew them. So what I need to do, because this is a square, is this is actually a 9-inch square. What I want to do is go ahead and cut down my fabric here. So these sheets come 9 by 12, so I just need to cut 3 inches off. So I'm going to use my little grid here. I'm not going to use the scissors, I'm going to use a rotary because it's a little bit easier to get it exact. And then we'll move this to the side. And what we're going to do is take our Phoomph And we can also cut the Phoomph with the rotary cutter as well. This way I'm not wasting a bunch of the Phoomph. We could have put it together and cut it all together, but I didn't want to waste this 3-inch strip. I could use this for something else. So the Phoomph is also 9 by 12. We'll save that. Now go ahead and peel off the back on here, Matthew. And what this will do is make a nice sturdy game board for us to play this tic-tac-toe game on.
Yes.
And it's black on the inside, so it works out really good for us because we're using black felt. You don't really want to stick your hands to it. So I'm going to start it on one side, and then, whoops. Oh, here, you want to take the sticker off the back, put that in the trash. I'm going to start it on one side, and then you can press it down all the way. All right, here you go. Go ahead and press it down. Smooth it out. You want to press all the edges and everything. All right, now do the other side. So peel it off the other side like a sticker. And then we'll put this top part on. Whoops. All right, so now smooth it out. Now there's a little bit of overhang, so what I'm going to do is cut any overhang off. Okay. Oh, this little edge here is not so clean. Let me rotary cut that. Make it nice clean edge there for you. All right.
And one pull off.
Put all that stuff in the trash. And now we are ready to play tic-tac-toe. So what I did on this one is we actually have the same. Each game piece has one of each type of pattern on it, and we made 9 game pieces, so this way it doesn't matter how many pieces we have. So go ahead and start, Matthew. You go first. He's actually pretty good at this. It's not cool. Who won?
Me.
All right, so thank you for tuning in with us to learn all about Phoomph. Let's go back to our little spot here. Bring your tic-tac-toe game, Matthew. So I hope that you had fun learning about how to use Phoomph, and you could make custom games with all of your favorite fabrics. It's super fun, super easy to use. Phoomph for fabric. It's in the fabric section of your favorite craft stores. Again, no sewing, no ironing, and super fun to play with. All right, what do you think about it, Matthew?
It's really good.
It's very good. Did you have a lot of fun? All right, thanks you guys for tuning in. Bye.